All right, so I apologize in advance for weirdness with the streaming. I noticed it, and I think I've rectified it. Hopefully, you guys will get a better frame rate out of the show. Welcome to Insert Coin Theater. Hooray!
Hooray!
It's brighter than the sun in here.
My eyes are burning.
Yay! So our light, we got new lights, so everything should look a little crisper. You can see my skin color.
My skin's a little crisper too.
It's crispier because we're sitting under the sun.
Burning my flesh away.
Hi guys, welcome. We are so glad you could join us. Today we have a special guest. His name is...
The one, the only...
His name is Josh Zimmerman.
Hey.
Hey, he has a voice!
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Like, I didn't want to mess up your opening.
Oh, you can mess up anything you want. You're a guest on the show. It's your right as a guest.
That's awesome, because that plays to my strengths.
I mean... Yep. Ben Burns, who's in the chat, was on just 2 episodes ago, and that guy, he's a nightmare to work with.
Oh my gosh,
he's the worst.
Wow, it's gonna be really awkward if he comes back on the show.
That's what we're hoping doesn't happen.
He'll be like entitled to give you a hard time then.
Well, I mean, we gave him enough of a hard time.
That seems to be the running thing. If you're on the show, we have to bust your balls. It's just all there is to it.
It's what we do. So, Josh, thank you so much for joining us, man. We appreciate it, and we appreciate all those Twitch viewers that are out there right now. We got like 7 people hanging out right now.
Oh man,
you guys are awesome, and Josh Zimmerman's awesome too.
Thank you.
Actually, look at you, man.
He's
looking so awesome.
I might be one of those Twitch viewers. So
that's okay.
Right.
I don't care about artificially inflated numbers. You won't hear me complaining.
Where's that bot? Where's that bot?
He's right here. Let me cup Josh here.
I'm gonna pet his box.
I'm cupping Josh.
Oh God! It just went there, Josh. I'm sorry. It's still early.
He is our floating head in the sky. He's taking up space on our swag wall.
We pray to the Josh Lords every day.
I'm really sorry, Insert Coin Theater swag wall.
It forgives you.
I apologize for occupying
but
this
we don't. We don't even get to see. I don't even get to see Luigi, man. This is ridiculous.
I want a refund.
I quit.
Well, hold on, because I'm pretty sure that when you guys look at the wall, I'm not there.
No. We actually burned it, and it's projected into the wall. We go all out.
Yeah,
you're not really on the Twitch.
This is all projection. It's like 3D technology.
Yeah.
We're like
HoloLens.
We're like MSNBC, yo. We got the crazy TV. Yeah,
you're popping out. It's like 3D.
You see these glasses?
Yeah,
it's the Oculus Rift.
Exactly. Knew it.
He just
knew
popped,
it. See, mine's Google Glass. I got the AR.
I just
all
have
good.
contacts because I'm amazing.
All right,
I spent the real money.
So to let our audience know, Josh Zimmerman is a
person.
He's a person. He's a human being.
In the flesh,
prove me, correct me if I'm wrong. You are a chiptune artist. Besides that, you are also a very talented musician in many other instruments. I was listening to your SoundCloud, like
gushing.
Yeah, more or less. I was like super jealous. You play the ukulele, is that right? And the mandolin, and the piano.
It's a mandalele.
Is it a mandalele?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Come on, Josh. That sounded
I'm pretty sure he plays the bagpipes and the accordion. And what else do you play?
I don't have bagpipes. I actually have an accordion.
Do you?
We need to get bagpipes.
Yeah, because I go to William & Mary and I'm studying mandolin, and I sat in with a contra dance band. And after we finished playing this dance, it was like Appalachian, old time music, a bit of Irish stuff. I was talking to the accordion player, and I said, like, that's so cool that you play accordion. And she was like, yeah, I've got 3. Do you want one?
What?
Yes.
Whoa, that's awesome.
I've always liked to think
connection, man.
Yeah, if there was a problem that I could have, I would love for it to be I am overburdened with accordions.
That's a good problem to have. There's a lot worse problems out there.
Facebook status update. I have too many accordions.
It's like 99 problems, but accordion's not one.
Twitter, hashtag too many accordions. Accordion overload.
Accordion life.
Hashtag accordion
overload is... That would be like...
Accordion life.
That would be like an accordion post-metal group.
Dude, I'd listen to
They
it.
just bash their accordions on the ground.
No,
or
they just
whatever.
jam with the accordion and scream. They're just like,
It's just pigs squealing.
So you're listening to Insert Accordion Theater.
There we go.
yeah.
Except we have no talent, so that's not
Yeah.
gonna work.
Yeah. I'm good at
Podcast for accordion enthusiasts around the world.
Yeah.
I'm good at blustering
culture.
through a sentence. I can do that.
I can eat.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
I did that once. It was tough.
Eating?
Yeah.
Especially when you gotta eat rocks. You know? They don't sit well.
Put a little barbecue sauce on them. They slide right
With
down.
ranch, you can suck down anything. Even babies. Oh, God. Sorry about that.
Man, you're in a mood.
I am. I don't know what's happening.
Sounds to me like you're
I ate
in
too
the
many
mood for
rocks.
some babies.
If you know what I'm saying.
Oh, man.
Oh, God. Anyway, so yeah, thanks again, Josh, for coming on. It's great to have you, and see you later, man. It's been good.
Thanks for joining us.
So I actually, I'll say right now that because you guys had mentioned that I'm a chiptune artist,
Yes.
and I had said that I was going to release my newest EP at the same time that the show went live.
Oh, snap.
What?
I'm about 6 or 7 minutes late.
An IGN
But-
for an IGN. What are you talking about?
Okay, IGN.
ICT.
That didn't register. It's published.
Yay! So tell us about your new album then.
Well,
That was quick.
oh my gosh, I don't.
That's very interesting, Josh. You
there
could
was-
start by giving us a name.
I think it had
It's
music
called
in it once.
well, it's called Interstellar Pen Pals.
Good movie.
Because
Interstellar.
Interstellar Pen Pals is a movie.
a few years ago, I tried writing like a story, and I wrote a little story called Interstellar Pen Pals. And I was like, the story isn't all that good, but I really like the title. And I decided to make an EP. It's 5 tracks, kind of built around the idea of songs that are weird because they're supposed to sound kind of like you've gone into another world. And
Alien.
I'm worried that when I talk about my music, I'll start sounding like a really cocky jerk, and that's what I try to avoid. But I shop for this kind of feeling.
Well, when you have
like-
the talent, man, you can. You can be a
That's-
D-bag and no one judges.
We physically can't because we suck at everything.
I don't know. You did a pretty good job logging into Skype. I've got proof.
Yeah! Life accomplished. I can die happy.
Used to things we
Yeah,
can
no. I went for making something that was kind of a marriage of like fun tunes, but also stuff that's a bit out there. One of the tracks called Beyond Strange Suns, I played around with like constantly changing the time signature, like how the music was structured. In others, I tried to play around with the different sounds you could get out of a Game Boy more than I usually do. You know, I thought like I play it safe too much. I could be a little risque this time. You know, show a little bit of midriff.
Oh,
exactly.
a little bit of
Game
Game
Boy
Boy midriff. Get out of my head, George.
I wonder what that would look
That'd
like.
be a little weird if, you know, like
Show a
I
little more
lifted up my
star
shirt
power.
a bit and there's just like I'm a Game Boy or a torso.
That would have been
A
amazing.
Game Boy
I did say
Android?
you were an Android, so
That would explain why I look like a walking refrigerator.
hey, I am a refrigerator.
Everyone thinks you're like smuggling something out under your shirt. You're like, no, I'm just a Game Boy underneath.
Is that a kielbasa or
What?
Nope, just me.
it's all me, baby.
So,
Sorry,
Furball.
that takes on a completely different meaning.
So Devious Furball says congratulations, Josh, for releasing your new album. And
Thank you.
Mr. Ben Burns tells you not to worry about talking about your own stuff.
Oh, thank you, Ben.
Ben always does it. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry, Ben.
Don't be mean.
I had to.
Don't be mean. We like Ben. Yes.
Oh,
I do.
man.
Legally obligated.
Well,
no, I'm just
he did
Ben,
challenge us
fight-
to Unreal
oh,
Tournament.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Go for it. What were you
Well,
saying?
I was just gonna say, Ben, don't put off dinner. Like life's too short to not eat pot roast.
What just happened?
He said he has to go make dinner soon.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
I was hoping
I was just
hoping that I would predict what he was going to make.
That
and
would have been
he would-
strange.
and he would then assume that I was like the Messiah, and I could start my band of followers.
Well, I told you we already are praying to the sky, Josh. So All hail the sky.
All hail the sky, Josh.
I'm waiting for
This isn't how I wanted to gain followers.
I apologize. We don't mean to ruin your reputation, but
wouldn't that be a bonus?
I mean, you've been on the show before. You had to know what you were getting into.
Now I've got a religious fan following.
Exactly. Hey,
Two hosts.
whatever it takes, Josh.
The cult of the Zimmerman.
We're gonna have to sacrifice a lamb here in a minute.
No, I
There's a
don't.
lamb in
I
this
like
box.
lambs. Don't sacrifice
tiny,
lambs. Can we
tiny
sacrifice
lamb.
Donkey Kong?
What?
He's right there.
That is
Just-
blasphemy. Shut that hole in your face, Tim. Go
Which
ahead.
one?
Go ahead, Furball. Bring it on. Gosh.
Why would you ever sacrifice Donkey Kong? He's
Thank you. Thank you.
cool.
He's out of his mind and he's saying we need to put him down like a wild animal.
Please just put a bullet in my head.
he's like he's like an injured horse or something.
Yeah, exactly. You can't race.
Send me the glue
so we
factory,
need
George.
to eat your meat.
I want to go to the
That
glue
came out
factory.
really weird. I really want to know how much glue comes out of horse hooves. That's what it's made from, right? Horse hooves?
No, it's made out of actual horses.
Like their brains?
Yeah, their whole body.
That's
Did you
so
know that
waste of meat.
horses are one of nature's stickiest animals?
Stickiest
Wait,
or stinky?
stinky or sticky?
Stickiest.
Stickiest?
Like if there's a severe windstorm, that's why they make glue from horses. If there's a severe windstorm and you woke up in a tree in like a rural area, there'll be horses stuck to it.
That's scary.
Is that a fact? Or
Did you guys know
making
that I am
crap
a musician and not a biologist?
Hey, man, I'll believe anything. Once at least. And they make glue. I'll eat some horse, man. Horse meat apparently is good.
They don't think so in the UK.
Because they don't know how to live.
No, they had a bit of an issue where I think they were mixing
Eating
in
too many
horse with the cow meat and calling it beef.
See, that's an issue. I want to know
But
full bore if I'm eating.
But
I
my
heard about something like that. I can't remember where it was. It was like in India because of Hinduism. They didn't use beef in the French fries at McDonald's, but at other places they did, and they didn't really tell anyone. So it was like Hindu people would, oh, thanks, Ben Burns. I assumed that message was for me. Sorry. But anyway.
You're
it's
getting
like Hindu
distracted, Josh. I want to hear the Indian beef story. God.
It was like this huge issue because this guy went to a McDonald's somewhere else and he got French fries and he was horrified to learn that he just did like one of the worst things you could possibly do.
That's
Did
awful.
they kill him?
Well, no.
You're too excited about that. George's like, did they kill him? Please
Please,
tell me.
Let's get to the games.
I need
Yeah,
to
let's
know.
actually do some game discussion.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so
I
we
get distracted by horses very easily.
he does. So we're gonna we have some fun discussion topics lined up.
To each his own. To each his own.
Oh, you don't think they're fun at all?
I don't know. I don't even know what's
This
happening.
one topic about how Tim is looking really fit.
Isn't he? He's
And then
been
this other
literally
topic-
flexing this whole time, I think.
This other topic about how, Tim is like an international spy.
I am debonair.
Interesting topics.
Wait, is that in the chat right now?
It should be. Everyone should talk about how fit and debonair I am.
Because I think I'm standing in front of the wrong person.
All right.
He's an international spy. I'm a freight train.
All right, so let's go. I hate you. Can we go to the first topic for the love of God?
Let's please.
All right. So the first topic
I was
is
having a good time.
the first topic is more of a question, but it's focused around the current gen of consoles and the next gen of consoles. Is consoles as they would you stop? I'm gathering my words.
I don't know what's wrong with me today.
I don't know what's wrong with you either. So will consoles in their current form, like couch gaming systems, exist after the next generation? Because we have a feeling that the next generation of consoles is going to be pretty similar to what we have now with the Xbox One, PS4, and it's going to be the NX would that be this? That would be this
It's
this
literally
generation.
supposed to be, I think, next year, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
that's when they're going to talk about it for the first time.
So
It really depends if you break up generation by like, processing muscle or just by year, which is how I've always done it. So I thought this generation was Wii U, PS4, Xbox One.
yeah, that sounds about right to me. So
We're putting Wii U in this one?
Yeah, I would think so, because it released right before the PS4 did.
How soon are we talking?
So, yeah, I think the NX would be technically the next generation of consoles, even though it's not really.
It's really not going to be that far off, though.
No.
I bet you. I'm calling it right now. Nintendo has put 2 screens in the controller.
I will kill myself. I will kill myself.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Custom Shoppy, you are awesome. Thank you very much for the follow.
The NX is just gonna be a screen. There's gonna be no console. You just rub the console, and that's how you play.
No. It'll be like was it the Magnavox Odyssey? The thing where you just overlay it on your TV screen.
Exactly. You're gonna put plastic on your TV. And
yeah, we take a
now
step
it's
back.
soccer. It's like no. I hope it's just a GameCube. With like a super OP GameCube. That's what I want.
So,
6
I want
GameCubes duct taped together.
Exactly.
all of them duct taped. Just a big cube, like a Borg cube of GameCube.
You're gonna
All right, let me get to chat real quick, because chat's blowing up at the moment. So, I want to say hi to Pressmate. I want to say hi to Gabby. I want to say hi to Do You Even Lift 16. We got a lot of people.
Amazing,
Isn't it awesome?
Do you even lift? That is awesome.
Am I allowed to say hi to these guys, or do I have to leave them alone?
What's that?
Am I allowed to say hi to these guys, or like do I have
You
to
can you can say hi to
You
whoever
can
the
be
hell
best
you want.
friends with those people if you want, Josh.
Okay, that's a bit.
God, I'm sorry.
I
thought you liked Friends.
Pressmate. Hey.
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 So, all right. So, in your opinion, where do you think we go next? I mean, do you think that we're just gonna have couch gaming systems forever? Where we, I mean, do you want me to start this one? Because I've got some thoughts on this one.
You seem quite passionate.
You cool?
Already,
You cool with that one, Josh? If I take the start on this one.
Yeah, I'll throw the reins to you.
All right. So, the way I see it is, we're already past what a traditional console was. The PS2 was really Xbox, that generation was really the last of the traditional consoles. They are no longer put disc in, play game, put cartridge in, play game. I mean, these things do Netflix, they do video streaming, they do apps. You can stream Twitch. They do everything. They have web browsers. I mean, they're pretty much PCs with their own unique OS. So, to me, consoles as they were, traditional consoles, no longer exist. And in my opinion, where we should go in the future is they should just nix these things and do their own kind of shop, like they for Steam. Just do PC gaming all the way through.
Are we already getting to the
you little
PC
master race
No,
mother?
No, that's not where we're at.
You just said it with your own mouth.
No, I didn't say anything
we should
about.
all be PCs and we should all conform. Hail the PC.
I would say that, like,
Jeez.
even now, I think that at least in my opinion, I still think that we have something along the lines of a traditional game system, because, like, yeah, my Wii I can use Amazon Prime. I actually recently used Amazon Prime Video for the first time since I got it.
Do you like it? To interrupt.
Huh?
Do you like it?
Amazon Prime?
Yeah, Amazon Prime
Or your
Video.
Wii U. Which one?
On the Wii U?
Just in general. I mean, I haven't used it yet, but I own it.
It's all right.
That's
I've only watched one movie with it, so
Okay.
not really there as an expert. But
okay.
Then you're
Sorry to interrupt.
no, it's fine. But because like with the Wii U or the Xbox One or the PS4, even though it has all of those other functions, I mean, it is still, put the disc in, you play the game. There's other things it can do, but it's not like it does other things that sort of, what's the word I'm looking for, like, that take the place of it being a game console.
Xbox tried to do that in the beginning.
Oh, yeah, no,
the
I'm
Xbox
not.
One tried to come out, it did.
But, because, like, it would kind of be like, if you bought a car and it came with a bicycle, you wouldn't be like, oh, well,
I'm going to use the bike instead.
if it has a bike, then it's not really a car.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not trying to, like, shut you down.
No, we like for you
No,
to disagree
no.
with Tim because we hate Tim.
Because I'm wrong all the
And
time.
as Caitlin would say, it doesn't matter, Tim. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I actually think, though, that the next-gen consoles are probably going to be a little more out there. Because, like, with the PlayStation Vita, Now I'll come right out and say it. I've never met anyone who owns a Vita, but
Tim.
I own a Vita.
Tim does. You just
cool.
met one. He never plays it, but it's somewhere.
But I think that the PlayStation Vita is like the first step towards kind of like a handheld console that is incredibly powerful, and then when you're home, like you can plug it into the TV. I feel like the Vita is sort of the missing link.
So you mean like that whole like cross-play thing?
Sort of, or like imagine if the Nintendo NX was basically like a hybrid home console and portable console. So, you know, like they have a portable thing that you plug into that has like the memory and all that for it. So if you're going on a car trip, you like take out the portable part and you can play all the same games at a lower resolution or whatever. That's
so it's as if you could
but then,
take
but then
the
when you're at
gamepad
home,
with
you
you.
plug it in and you play them on like your TV, and it's got like the thing you would plug it into would have like processors or better graphics cards or whatever, you know.
Up-res everything.
Yeah, and I think that maybe not for sure the next generation, but I feel like that's kind of the thing that people are working towards is game consoles that because like nowadays handheld consoles, the 3DS or new 3DS and the Vita, you get like home console experiences on a handheld system,
Right.
a lot of the time, you know.
Yeah, like full AAA experience.
Yeah, like even though it's a few years old, Fire Emblem Awakening that had both English and Japanese voice acting, these beautifully animated cutscenes and all like the whole 9 yards. And I think that what we're going to get to eventually is something where it's just the home console and the portable one are just one thing.
So you feel like it's just going to just become more mobile, you're saying? Like you're just going to be able to
like
game and go wherever you want, and just take it wherever you want to be gaming, you'll be able to.
So, you know, if you're like, I gotta go Prestige on the bus, then you could go
Oh, God.
like, I gotta go Prestige on the train, you can get off the bus and get on the train, and then you Prestige, and then, you know,
And then
I gotta go
just
Prestige at the local pool.
I just need to prestige everywhere. Take
So-
a jump, I
the
gotta
world.
prestige twice.
So do you feel like that's where the NX is going to go?
Well, you're probably not going to be able to Prestige in a lot of those games.
Well, yeah, not Prestige.
I don't
but
know if
the
they-
plug in
Oh wait,
and go.
no, Call of Duty is on Nintendo things. I
Well,
forgot.
if they boost everything, they might be able to. You never know. Not that I will, but
Yeah,
Mario.
just it seems kind of like that because the Vita is an insanely powerful, at least in my opinion. You know, I've owned Nintendo consoles for ages. I think the Vita is like a crazy powerful system.
It is
I think you
extremely
can-
powerful.
I think you can somewhat do that right now with the Vita with some games, can't you?
Well, you can
Just
you can
continue
do
your progress from wherever you're at when you left off on
yeah
your console.
crossplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've got crossplay, you can upload your saves to the cloud and
So they
download
already
the saves.
somewhat
yeah.
are starting to do that.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily, in my opinion, feel that it will become that much more mobile.
Yeah.
I think
Well, can I interrupt you for a second?
yes.
So Kendo says the Prestige on the bus goes round and round.
Yes, it does.
All right, I apologize for interrupting. I had to get that out.
Oh God, prestige! I don't even like to hear that word. It just bothers me deep within my bones.
Prestige. It's like Versace. Prestige. Versace.
I don't know if it's necessarily. I don't think that it becoming that mobile is a bad thing, but I don't know if that's really where we're gonna head. Just because I don't know if it's ever gonna get to the point to where it's gonna be worth leaving that home experience in, you know, down-resing everything just to be able to play it on the bus or, you know, take it wherever you want.
Well, the way I look at it is that it would probably be for like a car trip, or you know, if you go to a friend's house and you want to like trade Pokemon with them. I don't know if in the future they'll still be Pokemon. I imagine
That's why you just bring your amiibos over. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, 'cause, like, I remember with the Wii. I don't know if the Wii U does this, but I remember that with the Wii, there were games that you would save like info with your Mii, and what you could do is you could store the Mii in your Wii remote. So you go to your friend's house and they don't have your Mii, but you bring your own Wii remote and they can get it.
I do remember something.
Yeah,
like
I think
that.
so. Yeah.
Well, do they do the same thing? I think like in the
That's like that's what like the Dreamcast used to do.
Yeah.
I remember those
Little
little
VMUs.
Tamagotchi things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoving.
I guess though it would be like I almost want to say that the ideal would be that when you take the thing on the go, that it's not really down-resed or downgraded or whatever. It's just a smaller screen.
Yeah.
And that's.
Well, that might actually be possible.
Did someone just say that I'm George Zimmerman?
They're getting the names confused because we have George and we have Zimmerman.
Oh my God!
Woo!
No.
Because somebody can make connections with words. I'm so impressed. So, Devious Furball says so much nope in that future for me, and I tend to agree with that. Because to me, the way I see it is that we're gonna have some kind of a system, kind of like how the Steam boxes are, where you can buy the games for your computer or whatever, and you can stream them to a box. So we'll probably have like the Xbox, but not as a traditional console, but in that you go on their store, and if you have a PC that games, you can play the games on PC.
So everything's going to be the cloud.
Or yeah, exactly. That's kind of what they're pushing for. And I mean, they're doing that kind of with Crackdown, with Crackdown 3, the cloud, like they're doing like a lot of cloud computations to do like the fully destructible environments and stuff. And I have a feeling that we're going to be looking at something similar in the future, at least for consoles as we know them now.
I really hope that doesn't happen, just because I hate not having my own physical copy of something. Just like when they said everything's just going to be on the cloud. If anything happens to that, you don't own it. You're basically renting it. Until they decide that you can't have it anymore, and that really bothers me.
Yeah,
I've never liked that.
With Steam, and now I don't mean to disparage Valve because I don't know if there are any actual cases of this happening, but with Steam, I believe that you're not buying the game, you're buying a license to
exactly.
The game. And the problem there is that if Valve decides for any reason, like, hey, we don't want to let you play this game anymore, I mean, they can. I believe it's the same with iTunes.
Yeah.
I am a big proponent of buying games, like physical copies.
Yep.
That is the reason why I have deprived myself and not gotten the Ace Attorney trilogy on 3DS. Because
it's only a digital download.
I'm not. Japan got a cartridge.
That's because Japan's better than us.
Except that with the new Fire Emblem in Japan, you have to get like they're selling it as 2 cartridges that are each the same length as the one that came before it. But then I think in the West they're only going to sell it on 1 cartridge. So got to take your victories where they come.
Right.
Yeah. I believe that they'll never be able to replace that. Just sitting on your couch, putting a game in and just really immersing yourself in the deep experience that comes with like a AAA title. Just because you got a different feeling when you're sitting in your own home. You're not in a crowd of people on the train or on the bus or anything. I'm not saying that that's not a cool idea for that sort of thing for people, because I think.
I mean, if you really want a prestige, you got to do
exactly.
it. Exactly.
Like if you got a prestige 12 times on the bus, it's great that you can do that. But there's nothing like being in the comfort of your own home and just sitting down, relaxing, and just enjoying a really, really good game experience. I think everything will just get much better, with the power everything's going to have.
Right.
But I don't think they'll really be able to change much in the sense of you just being at home and playing a game.
Right.
And just enjoying it for what it is and
not
being super mobile.
So
at least I don't hope that's where it's
So Random Stuff 9 says the Prestige on the bus goes 420 no scope blaze it.
Oh,
get it.
So that actually is me.
Oh, is that you?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry if that's cheating.
Oh,
I have the Twitch screen open. Okay, because now the viewers don't know this. I actually can't see Tim and George.
Yeah, because
of the way it's set up. So I have the Twitch stream.
We're still a little inefficient in the making it easy on our guest category. We're working on it. Sorry, Josh.
I apologize for coming among the Twitch viewers disguised as one of them. I'm not.
We don't want anyone to really be able to see us, anyone who on our show, so you just have to hope that with what you're seeing on the Twitch stream is actually what we look like.
It's like 2 cardboard cutouts of you, and you shake them a bit to make it look like
actually
they're
2
talking.
toddlers moving sticks.
This is actually coming from
2
Malaysia.
toddlers,
Yeah.
like one kid on another kid's shoulders,
wearing a
With,
me costume.
yeah, wearing a you costume.
He's just amazing. You know what I actually can't stand? I just started using a DS, and you know how you can like take the picture of yourself, and it like makes the me or whatever that it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
For some reason, I am 95% forehead when it like literally it's like this much forehead, and then my eyes are where my mouth would be, and I'm like, what is happening?
Great
Do I
technology.
really have that much forehead? People, let me know. Am I like 95% forehead?
I don't really think that anything about the Mii's is really like makes any human sense.
Sometimes
My
though, they can
brother
look
tried
really
it, and
close.
he looks like a chameleon because his eyes are just as far apart as possible.
Yeah, it's.
My brother is not a chameleon.
Are you sure? How
Well,
positive can
There was that time he climbed up on the wall and shot out his tongue to catch my dog, but other than that,
That could have just been a trip that you had. Did someone slip you something that day?
I mean, no.
That is not the tea you're looking for.
All right, so Kendo says that he's a PC gamer, and there just isn't an alternative to online downloads for almost all games, which is true because it's pretty much all digital download on PC.
Yeah.
He says he loves his Xbox 360 stack of 37 boxes of games. He says that it shows his pocket money can speak for itself and show something. And he says, but then again, the digital collection is going on 100 plus games, but no boxes. What's better? So saving space versus having them online.
It's really weird to me. I don't feel bad if I own a PC game that doesn't have the actual disc. I don't know why. I can't explain it. But for consoles, I feel like I have to. And you know, if you...
Well,
I just feel comfortable with my console games actually owning
the
it.
thing is that for me and for you guys too, is part of it is that like we're coming from a generation where like when what do I associate with getting a game? I go and I take the box and I like take out the disc and I put it in my GameCube and I play. So on PC where there is almost no other option. Because Steam is an amazing service.
Yes,
tons of discounts, a huge library.
It's everything that a gaming service should offer.
Yes, but I don't think there's anything quite like that on consoles.
No, there's
And
not.
but consoles have physical releases, and physical releases, you know, sure you can't like preload it so that you can play it at exactly midnight on launch day. But at that point, you know, you have to ask yourself, like, do I want to spend $60 to get this game, like a file of the game, or do I want to spend, you know, $60 and I get like the game, but then I also get the box, and there might be a neat little pamphlet.
Therein lies
Bonus
part of the
DLC.
problem is that they're charging you a premium for a digital copy of a game when you're getting no box, and they're charging you the same amount for a physical in your hands item. And it's a flaw with the consoles that has been going on since digital downloads have really come around.
And the other problem is that a lot of companies do pre-order bonuses. I recently got a game called Etrian Odyssey Untold 2, Legend of the Fafnir Knight or something. It was a very Japanese title, and I don't remember it. But I reserved it ahead of time, so when I got it, it also had an art book and a CD with some songs from the soundtrack on it. The art book had like a little one-page comic about the character.
Which game was this? Which Etrian game was this?
It was Etrian Odyssey Untold 2.
Yeah, because my wife just got Etrian Mystery Dungeon, and it came with a book and a CD as well.
Etrian Mystery Dungeon is great.
Yes, and that came with the same thing.
Yeah, may I take a brief aside to tell you guys about the greatest disgrace I've ever had in any game?
Please.
In Etrian Mystery Dungeon. So I started it up, and I've gone through the tutorial, and I'm like, all right, let's go do this. I go into a dungeon, and right where I come out in the dungeon is a rat, and it's like the weakest enemy ever, but it was right next to my weakest party member. So the rat attacked her, got a critical hit and killed her, which caused the rat to level up and then kill my entire squad. And so I lost, and I got a game over in a single turn. And then I didn't play the game for a week.
I would do this. I'd be like, "F this, I'm done."
Yeah, when you get one-shotted by a rat, that's just like
that's a problem.
The problem though is that even if the game is cheaper, if you get it digitally, you know, that's still like, if you're going to get it digitally, there should be some way for you to also get the physical.
We need to mail you the art book.
Well, for me,
but there's gotta be something like that, because if you don't want a physical like if you want to get, you know, the CD and all that, like the collector's edition or whatever, but you like don't like having physical copies of games, then you're kind of in a quagmire there, because what do you do?
The way I see it is a lot of it has to do with consumer trust. So if you look at like buying a 360 game, if I go buy a 360 game on their digital platform today, in 6 months they could say, "Oh, we're canceling the support for the Xbox 360. It's gone, and you can no longer get access to your games, the things that you've purchased in the past and stuff like that. Welcome to the Xbox One." Whereas with like PC on like Steam or GOG, good old games, the trust is there that they're not going to go anywhere anytime soon. They can't say, "Oh, well, we're not going to support this video card anymore." I mean, just historically, the games are designed to support a myriad of systems. So for the most part, these games will work no matter what your configuration. So I think that the difference is that you can trust that Valve and Steam aren't going to go anywhere, and they're not going to axe all your downloads and your games.
But do they have if they wanted to, do they have the option to do that?
If I remember correctly,
any kind of
in there
agreement that you agree to that says they can never.
No, but here's the thing. In their, I think it says in their terms of service or something like that, that if they go out of business, there's a 6-month period or something like that where they offer the games for download before they close the service. So they even have like a window that gives you time to download all your games if you really want to. So the option is there.
Give you a little more
to
safety.
Give you a little leeway.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure that option would be given for Xbox 360 owners or whatever, but that hardware is literally not supported anymore. Whereas with a PC, the hardware will always be supported by those games for the most part. I mean, with some tweaks and things like that, because ancient games just don't run based on a manner of, you know, the hardware generations are so wide.
Yeah, the gaps.
Because like you can't plug an NES game into an Xbox One and be like, I want to play this. It's not going to work. So. So yeah, for the most part, Devious Furball says that he has 644 games on Steam alone.
Oh, nice.
If I had that many games in physical form, I'd have to take a second mortgage on my house and build an extra wing to be able to house all those games. That's a lot of games.
I say go for it.
I don't know. I mean, it depends on the system. Because, like, if we're talking about, you know, 644 boxed copies of N64 games, like, yeah, you know, you're gonna take up a lot of space.
Yes,
that would be awesome.
I wanted to say though, one of the things that I really like about owning physical games, and this is like probably just stupidly corny, is I like it when I go over to a friend's house, or like a friend comes to visit me, or like I go to a friend's dorm room or whatever. And I look at their shelf and I go, "Oh, you have
such and such, yeah."
And that doesn't happen when you download games, and it's such like a little thing, but I don't know. There's something about owning physical copies of games that I really like. The exception being on PC, because when I sit down at my PC to play a game,
you don't want
that is because I want to play, you know, like. I want to play a game, get bored 5 minutes in, and jump into a different game.
That's Tim's life for sure, literally.
Well, here's my thing. I mean, I agree with you 100% that physical copies in general are superior. To me.
Sorry, I'm not trying to say that like physical copies are superior. I just like them more.
Yeah,
But,
well, I mean, but that's what I mean.
whatever-
I agree.
whatever
I
someone
think
wants.
to me they are a superior medium because you have that physical copy and can go back at any time. But I agree that on PC that it makes it so much easier to game hop, to have everything. I think part of it is just it's so easy and accessible. Like on the PS4, it actually isn't the world's easiest to switch in between games. I mean, you gotta go to the menu, you gotta go through all your games alphabetically using a controller. Whereas with Steam, I exit the game, I start typing into the little search box, and then double click the thing, and I'm in.
I think too, also with why I don't feel that same way owning a physical copy for PC is PC is so much of just like it's all together at once for me. You know, like I like to be able. If you're sitting PC, you don't have to get up to switch. You know, your games every single time you want to play a game. It's all just right there. But with a console, you're sitting wherever you want. You know, the controller, you're just take it wherever you want and do whatever you want. So you're always just. It doesn't feel bad to be getting up and changing a game or anything like that. But a PC, you can just be doing so many different things at once on a PC.
Yeah.
That you don't want to have to, pick up and go get your new game because you want to just be able to switch to anything, go to the internet, do whatever you want, all within a, fraction of a second. So it just feels like that's how it should be.
But you can use a controller with a lot of PC games. So that's...
I just even when could you? Yeah, well, there was. I don't know. Was there really controllers earlier PC?
Yeah, there were.
Yeah.
Yeah, game pads and stuff. They weren't as advanced as we've seen today, but I mean they were
you
simple.
See gathering dust at Goodwill.
Yes.
Like,
for like
it looks like a
mouse
microphone with
and keyboard
800
is usually
buttons.
what you play.
Yes, it has like a ton of buttons and.
Yeah. Just
Why
like
does it have a
Diablo
heart
2?
sensor?
It's got a DNA tester, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like PC is more compact and just multi-purpose
personally,
rather than just...
and I'm just gonna add this real quick before because I want to get to one of your songs, Josh. I just want to say
no, please, let's not.
I want to. They're fun and awesome.
No choice now, James.
But I personally have gone digital with everything. I mean, my game consoles I prefer to buy digital, and my Steam library I buy digital just because. I mean, I've grown more accustomed. I think it's a little bit of a personal learning thing to get accustomed to having digital copies.
Well, and plus the American way is now. Nobody wants to have to wait for anything.
Right.
So why wait to go? You don't have to get up off your couch to play the latest game. You can just be like, boom, I want it now and I want to play it now. Buy it digital and you don't have to wait.
Right.
But I still, even with that fact, I would still rather go buy a game. But for convenience sake, if you really want it now, why should you have to wait?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
If you really want that game now and you can just, pop it in your Steam library for
Pop it
in
and
2
lock it.
seconds. Exactly. Pop, lock, and drop it in your library. Be done.
But I was going to say, my thing, though, with this is actually, I bring up the game Batman Arkham City. Now, that
Great
game rocks.
game. So good game. Arkham Knight
But
was actually
I
really
wish
good
I could
too.
play.
It's Arkham City.
Well, Arkham
Knight.
City, but I want to play Arkham Knight.
That was... Well, actually,
Really good.
I wish I could play is how I felt about my PC copy of Arkham City.
Oh, yeah?
Because it crashed all the time.
God.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
happens with Arkham Knight. Yay!
Yeah, but
you
what I
launch it?
wound up doing was I got a physical copy of it for Wii U, and that did not crash at all.
Nope.
There you go. See?
Thanks, Warner Brothers Games.
Just goes to show that the Wii U is for real gamers.
Exactly.
Oh God, I want to see.
your-
I want to see Devious Furball's brain explode in chat real quick.
Keep your Bloodborne. We have Splatoon.
Exactly.
Oh man,
Who needs Call of Duty when you
Furball?
have
I need
God, I wish
you.
I had a
I need you to
PS4.
come up
I
with a
wanna
quip that will
play-
destroy
I wanna
both
play
of them.
Bloodborne so badly.
It's never gonna happen, Furball. Never gonna happen.
All right, so we're gonna go to one of your amazing songs. So this
I have
one,
amazing songs?
you do. I love them.
Somewhere-
I think they're
somewhere
awesome,
in your
man. I think you
library,
are insanely talented. So,
You guys didn't hear, but my heart's pounding away in there.
aw,
We tend to do that.
Appreciate you guys excited.
ladies. All right, so we're gonna listen to a song
Gets the
called
blood flowing.
"Insufficient Postage."
Sounds like my life.
So, is there anything you want to tell us about this song, or do you just want to go to it?
Man, I don't know. You're
Did
really
we
calling me
inspire
with
the song?
here.
Did you think about us when you made the song?
I thought about all the postage that you guys make me think of.
Wishing he could
But you
mail
don't make
himself
me
to
think
another
of
country.
enough insufficient postage that you make me think
There we go. We're insufficient, is what he's saying.
That is accurate. I will not disagree. I will not disagree
All right.
at all.
All right, so we'll just go to the song. This is Insufficient Postage by Mr. Josh Zimmerman. Our special guest is this guy right up here. Woohoo!
Hoo-dee-hoo!
Hoo-dee-hoo! Here we go. We'll be right back. And we're back. Woohoo!
Wait, what? Oh, God.
Pay attention, George.
Hey!
Hey! Welcome back. We are here with Mr. Josh Zimmerman. Hey!
You're allowed to talk now, Joe. No,
Yes.
He's got a face.
Permissions granted.
We actually have a live guest with a face. Hi, Josh.
Hey.
can see you up there.
Sorry. In my head, I was imagining the announcer from F-Zero, because when you finish a lap in F-Zero on the GameCube, you can use your boost, and the announcer goes, "You got boost now." So, I was thinking, you're like, "You've got voice now."
You got voice now. Show me your moves.
For some reason, this is completely off topic. Did you know GameStop now sells buys NES games and NES consoles and stuff?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's about, well, because they're desperate.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, they sell NES?
Sell and
Yeah.
buy.
Yeah, they sell
bet-
used NES games.
No. I bet you they sell GameStop refurbished NES.
Probably.
Yes.
I wouldn't doubt
it
it.
wouldn't surprise
They
me at all.
blew
They're
them.
probably
100
They
bucks
blew the
pop.
cartridges before they sell them. I saw a study too that doesn't even help, which I think is bullcrap. Because why is it that it works when I do it?
Well, it depends on how rooted the dust is on there. Because if it's like actual grime on the contacts,
Then you use a Q-tip.
exactly. But if you blow into it and it doesn't fix it, then the grime is actually set in.
Too deep.
So what happens when you blow into it is your spit is actually going in there and it'll actually trap some
I've
of the dust
actually
on
seen
there.
some people lick them too.
That's actually better, but it can actually corrode the contacts and
Yeah, I
ruin your
wouldn't
game.
lick it.
So you
May
gotta be
I,
really careful.
Well, I would lick it, but not my cartridges.
If you don't mind, there was a Kendo
That's
had asked
Kendo.
something in the stream.
Kendo.
Oh, it's just Kendo.
Yes.
He
a
asked
fighter?
where I get inspiration for my
Sounds
song
like a fighter.
titles,
Yes, please.
and
Enlighten us.
I'm gonna say, the EP that this is from, which I just released, joshzimmerman1.bandcamp.com, number not the letter.
An ICT.
Anyway,
World exclusive. See the URL below his name. Woo!
Interstellar Pen Pals. I got the idea from a short story I wrote a while back. I didn't like the story, but I liked the title that I'd come up with. And but usually in finding titles for all the songs on Interstellar Pen Pals, I wanted to go for something of like either a space or a male theme. And there's not a lot of things that fit a, male theme, so a lot of it goes to space. But that's why the last track is
like
called
letters.
Intermission Postage. But I also other songs, like I get it from different places. Like what was it? On one of my older EPs, I had a song called "I Want to Fight 10 Men," which is a quote from one of the most amazing scenes in the movie Ip Man. Which
that is a great movie.
Oh, that movie's so cool.
I knew that sounded familiar.
I remember a friend of mine told me about it, and he said like it was based on real events.
Yes, it was very, very loosely.
And then I watched Donnie Yen like beat up another guy so bad that guy was like flung into everything expensive that he owned.
That movie was so good. So good.
Never seen it.
Wow.
What is it called?
Ip Man. Yeah.
Devious Furball, you really don't like it.
Yeah, so what Furball said, you ready for this?
I don't want to hear it.
You're going to hear it.
I don't want to hear it, Furball.
So he said,
your game.
okay, just going to say that Nintendo and its horrific excuse for a console is one of the reasons games and technology have been held back 10 years. It's fine to be attached to a child's toy, but we all need to let go eventually. Thank you, Furball. You delivered magnificently.
Worth money in the future. Thank you for representing, Josh.
For no...
Like oh, sorry. I was just busy playing a game on my 3DS.
Yes.
Made by Nintendo.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding. It's funny reading what Devious Furball said. I actually completely understand that stance. I love Nintendo, but I wish that they were willing to go the distance and
adapt current technology.
Yeah, and it's weird because I don't know if I sound very superficial when I say this, because like I've got like Mario Kart 8, for instance. That game looks really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't Nintendo make the system $100 more expensive and then like make it more powerful?
Yes.
Well, see, I'm a huge Nintendo fan, but you can ask Tim. I have always said that I wish that they would just
drop the gimmicks.
Drop the gimmicks and
the
just
old...
make a legitimate next-gen console.
First it was tiny discs on the GameCube.
Yep.
Then it was the
motion
hold
controls.
Up. Those tiny discs are adorable.
Yes, they are.
Watch what you
We're not disputing that fact.
But cuteness aside,
they were so pretty.
They are so proprietary that it just was like
that's why
it jacked up the price.
Well, that's why now if you try to get an old copy of like Simpsons Road Rage, the GameCube version costs like 3 times as much as the others, because Nintendo's business is they make collectibles.
That's what I feel. I was just thinking that I feel like Nintendo has always had to do something that made them separate from every other system, and they always had to have their one little niche thing that made them different. You know what I mean? Like the GameCube.
Gimmicks.
Not saying that it was right.
Why not do the gimmick, but make a freaking modern console, not something that was powerful 8 years ago.
No, agree.
Hey.
I 100% agree that they should.
The Wii U
does 60 frames per second on 720p.
Ooh.
Oh, snap.
So it's on par with the Xbox 360, and the Xbox One and the PS1. But my computer can put out 4K at 120 frames a second.
PC Master
No,
Race
I'm just
again.
I'm saying that all
even
these
my
consoles,
brain can't put out 4K.
But all these consoles can't even come close to where they should be right now. I mean, even buying crappy parts, I can build a better computer than what the Xbox One can put out.
Right, but Tim, may I ask you something?
Yes.
How much Splatoon have you been playing lately?
Because
I've been playing a lot of Splatoon.
The only thing I can say to that is, I'm sorry, I just got Master Chief Collection, so...
I'm sorry,
nice.
I'm a real man.
Yeah, I actually just got an Xbox One yesterday. Actually, yeah, so far it's really cool because you can, and I'm going off on a tangent, I apologize, but you can actually, playing Halo 1, Anniversary Edition, you can press a button and it'll switch it to the original Halo graphics,
which you
like
could do on
that,
360
live, like no loading. It just switches the graphics.
You could do that on
flip-flop.
360.
You could.
Well,
it's cool though.
yeah,
I mean, it's
you know,
amazing.
It's
when
funny.
they released the Definite, no, was
I
Definite?
recently
Anniversary.
got
Yeah.
it was a 3DS game. Well, it was on 3DS and Wii U, and it was like cross buy. So you buy it on one and you get it
You get it
downloaded
for the other, yeah.
which I like. It was a game called like Dragon Fantasy Volumes of Westeria. It really should just be called JRPG the game. But they have in it you
Caitlin would be
have
pleased,
like
I feel
a
like.
button you can hit to switch from 16-bit to 8-bit, and then do the same with the music.
That sounds awesome.
That is pretty sweet.
I've played a bit of the game, and it's really great. The battle text is hilarious, like straight out of Earthbound. I was fighting an enemy. It was a rock with a face named Mr. Rock Monster, and for his attack, it said, "Mr. Rock Monster tries to explain the lipstick on his collar."
That
You took
awesome.
3 damage.
That's awesome.
And then like you encounter Mrs. Rock Monster, and it says like her attack. It says like Mrs. Rock Monster opens up to you about her failing marriage. You took 5 damage.
That
sounds amazing.
I'm sorry though. That's a bit off topic. But you are right though. I think that the reason consoles stay afloat, even though they are like often dwarfed power wise by PC, for Nintendo, I think part of it is that Nintendo generally has this almost religious adherence to local multiplayer. I imagine
IP
if
of
they could get away with
gold.
it,
And a
I imagine
zealotous
if they
fan
could get
base.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I mean, I bet if Nintendo always begrudgingly adds Wi-Fi. If they could get away with it, they probably wouldn't have put online multiplayer in Mario Kart 8.
Yeah. Well,
But-
even so, they have.
But yeah, I think
their
that
IP
I think that
isn't bad. They do a great job when they do make another Mario game. They're solid games.
Yeah, but I asked the question before, and this was on the Ben Burns episode. Why just release it on their console? They could make so much more money if they would open up to everything.
It's not about the money, Tim. They don't care about the money.
They should,
They
because
care about the
You know, I would have to say.
love. They probably.
Oh,
care.
sorry, I like completely interrupted.
No, go ahead.
You're allowed to
I think-
interrupt me.
I think that the thing that you have to keep in mind is that these are game companies, and I do agree that if Nintendo was 100% purely devoted to making sure that everyone could get the best Splatoon experience possible, they would release it on every single console. They would release it on PC, maybe even on Mac. You would be able to play with other people, like regardless of what system they were using, and like any like levels that you gain and gear you get in one version. If you own other versions, you'd be able to move it over. But the issue
They
is
gotta
that
sell hardware. They gotta sell
yeah,
hardware.
exactly, and that's the problem is that I don't really think that you can fault a company for doing what they must to survive financially.
Thank you, Tim.
So like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to like to crucify you.
you
No,
don't
no,
have to
I'm-
apologize.
I'm-
It's just
it actually just put me in a thoughtful mood because
it's a fact.
I mean, look at Sega. Okay, they screwed up the consoles really bad, and I feel like
Botched 'em.
I feel like Nintendo is not far from that on the home console market. I mean, if they do another Wii U, I think
I
they're
think
gonna
they
I think they're
really
gonna
are.
lose all of their fan base.
I agree with you. I really think
For their home
this
consoles.
NX really has to.
It has to kick
It
butt.
has to just full bore
So-
be a solid next
so-
console.
You know,
I don't know if it'll work.
Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
Well, I was saying with me the problem with Wii U is like I own a Wii U, and the issue for me is that, and I'm just gonna come around and say this right now. I love Nintendo. I like when I rank, my favorite games. I don't know if this has ever come up in the times I've communicated with you guys. My favorite game of all time is Metroid Prime on the GameCube. I don't think it's perfect,
Solid.
but that's my
Solid.
all-time favorite. And if I ranked my favorite games, like there'd be more Nintendo games there
than anything else. Yeah.
yeah, but I do think that they kind of screwed the pooch with the Wii U in that they didn't make a lot of system selling games. Smash is really fantastic and could be a system seller. But the trouble is, like, the Wii U has some really, like, fantastic games available, and Nintendo does nothing to let people know about them.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of the Wonderful 101?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I have no freaking clue what that is.
That's actually I haven't got to play it, but it's a great game.
That game is so good.
Yeah.
It's this amazing action game. It was made by Platinum.
Isn't it the same people who made Beautiful Joe?
Yeah, it was directed by Hideki Kamiya, I think. The guy who made Beautiful Joe, which is another fantastic
GameCube.
Beautiful
game.
Joe's
That was
awesome.
really awesome.
So that came out on
GameCube.
PS2 as well.
Later on
Did it?
PS2,
Oh.
yeah.
Yep.
Later on down the line.
Yep.
But
They wanted more market share.
the Wonderful 101 is like a send up to older Sentai shows like Power Rangers, for instance, where you control a team of 100 heroes. And it's sort of like Pikmin. Whichever one is the leader has a weapon like a gun or a sword or their fists, and they can turn their team members,
The whole crowd,
fuse them into a giant sword or a giant fist.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's weird. It is like it's like Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance or Bayonetta crossed with Pikmin.
Right.
It is a fantastic game. It is, as far as Platinum's games go, it is, in my opinion, the one that has the best writing. Not the best gameplay, but it's still, like, really, really tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one knows about it. Like, it is a fantastic game, and Nintendo did a really
No marketing
job. Yeah, like, because you just said, I think it was you, Tim, not that you hadn't heard of it, or not that you had heard of it, like, didn't know anything much about it, but that you had just never heard of it before.
Right.
And that is...
That's a big problem.
That is a travesty.
Yeah.
And it's not your fault.
Right.
That is all on Nintendo.
And in all honesty,
They're
I mean,
not
that
supporting.
if it's a game that I would like, I would play the crap out of it if I had the console, of course. But I mean, if you don't know about it, if you can't get the word out, then it's moot. It's
it
pointless
gets
to even
buried.
make the game if you can't get any marketing done on it.
I'm sorry. I just read Devious Verbal saying that owning a
Yeah.
Wii doesn't make you a bad person, much like being convicted for murder doesn't mean you did it. Can I settle out of court? It was a Wii U, not a Wii, and I only owned 2 pairs of nunchucks, officer.
Oh my gosh.
So why don't we go to another song, because we are actually at the hour mark. We only have a half hour left. So we have 3 songs I want to get to. We've already done one. So if you're cool with it, Josh, we'll get to another one of your impressive feats of musical engineering.
Your masterful works.
Dude, it's your show, not mine. You feel free to tell me.
No,
what
today it's your
the
show.
Josh Zimmerman show today.
Yep.
Oh,
You
really?
get full reign.
Awesome. Then let's listen to one of your songs.
I've been working on a railroad.
No, come on, don't stop. I'm cutting a record.
All right. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to Jovian Jaunt. And this is off your album, your new album that just released while we were doing the show. Yeah. Interstellar Pen Pals,
That is true.
which is available on your Bandcamp.
This just makes me want to play
JoshZimmerman1.bandcamp.com.
The number, not the word.
Yes, the number.
I'm trying to turn that into a thing.
Number 1, not the word.
The number, not the word.
Not the word. Gotcha. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna listen to Jovian Jaunt real quick, which is awesome. I really like this song, and we will be right back while we have a listen.
A little jovial jaunt.
Indeed. See you in a minute.
Indubitably.
This is Josh Zimmerman. Okay.
Spam in the chat.
We're back. So that was Jovian Jaunt by Mr. Josh Zimmerman.
The one, the only,
Josh
J.
Zimmerman 1.bandcamp.com.
the J Zimmer. I don't know.
Did you guys become Batman while we were out?
What do you want with me? What do you want with me, Joker?
Can we trust him?
Where's Rachel?
Where's the trigger?
All right, so we are back.
Speaking of Batman, Arkham Knight is so good.
Shut up, George.
So good.
I wish I could play it.
PC Master Race. It doesn't work for you. Super good though. A lot of tough situations in that game.
Are there? I can't wait to play it.
Not situations in the sense that like difficulty, but like some serious stuff goes down, and it, like I felt like every 10 minutes I was like, oh, right in the feels.
Are you sure it's just not the chili you ate that night?
Oh no, that was in the bathroom. That was
I figured you were
like,
getting heartburn
because
you're like,
I was like blowing out my rectal O-ring.
Yeah, Kendo, I realized that Josh only had half a face for a second, but I think I fixed it. He has a full face now.
Darn. I had half face-itis.
I cut your face off. Wait. That sounded horrible.
That sounds scary. Do you guys remember that movie Face Off with
Nicolas Cage, yeah.
and,
with
Facey
the one
Face
true
or
God,
something?
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, who's the other guy though? Who's like?
I really like how if you put your like someone else's face on you, you also gain their height and voice.
body. You just become them.
Did you know though? Yeah, it's like a snake skin.
Exactly. Once your brain detects another face, it's like, oh, this body's not working anymore. We need a new one. What was the premise of that movie? It's like he was trying to like sneak in out of like trying to.
I think
sneak
he had to
right?
catch like a criminal or something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Face Off was not a great movie.
No, it was not a great movie.
From what I remember, I thought it was good, but I was just young and stupid.
You were a wee lad, though.
Yeah, and I thought other good games were good too, and they weren't.
So Raja Shilo, who's a buddy of mine, hi Trav, he asked if there was a link for that song, and just to let everybody know, you can get it at Josh Zimmerman 1, the number, not the word, right? Did I say that right?
Josh Zimmerman 1, the number, not the word.
Yes, Josh Zimmerman 1, the number, not the word. .bandcamp.com.
You can get
so joshzimmerman1.bandcamp.com, the number, not the word.
But he is the number one.
Number one. Is that why you put the one in there?
No, it was because joshzimmerman.bandcamp.com was taken.
Really?
And I'm not
by the other better Zimmerman.
Is it that common of a name?
I thought it was, but the problem is that now if I change it, Bandcamp won't like forward people who use the old address. So my choice is either to stick with Josh Zimmerman 1 or to go back through every single post I've ever made anywhere and change it.
That's
well,
awful.
at least now everyone can
I'm
know
going to
you
let
are
you guys
one.
guess which of those I chose to do.
Man, you're lazy. I'm just kidding.
Matrix.
Just
you
kidding.
are the one. God, it's so terrible. How could you say that, Tim?
I'm a terrible person. I'm a horrible host.
Yes, you are. Yes.
Sell your show.
Waiting for you to say
Sell
that
your
out
show.
Apparently, joshzimmerman.bandcamp.com is some guy from Lebanon, Pennsylvania.
He probably makes killer music though.
Where do babies come from? Lebanon. Did you ever see Wonder Chosen? It was a show on Adult Swim a very long time ago.
So I'm sorry. I just want to interrupt because it's a funny thing. I don't know if you guys can see a guy like this, Star David, because I'm Jewish. And this Josh Zimmerman apparently plays in the New Covenant Christian School.
Oh my! He's your opposite.
You should fight.
You guys are sworn enemies.
Fight to the death.
But I'm sorry. Back to real
God,
topics.
so like the movie
Hey, I wanna bring something up real quick if you guys have a second. So
I don't.
I Am Poker Greatness says that we're boring and we should get some personalities.
Yay!
Yay, trolls!
You win the prize for today. You get to go home and be sad.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
You got some music out of that.
Woo.
Woohoo!
I appreciate the fact that we affected you so much that you decided to write on the
I know.
Thank
Thank you for watching
Thank
for
you.
at least the 30 seconds you watched, and even got Josh playing you music now.
It might actually taken him the whole hour to write that message. We don't know. So,
It could have.
you know, I don't know
He
what
may
his
be-
capabilities
He
are.
starts typing. He starts typing right as the show starts, like one finger
Yep, exactly. He's like, how do these words and letters work?
Be nice. He may be functionally retarded. You don't know.
I was nice. That's why I gave him the whole hour.
Hey, whoa.
Putting in a lot of effort.
What are we hey-woing about?
You drop the R word.
No, but you can. That's an actual word that refers to developmentally delayed. I was being nice. I wasn't actually calling him that disparagingly. I was saying he may actually be functionally retarded.
He might be full bore retarded.
You were suggesting that saying he's functionally retarded is not that you're saying that as a neutral statement.
Well, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, because if he isn't, and I assume, I will feel really bad. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and if he is functionally retarded, then I am completely, absolved.
I feel for his family in the work they have to put in, to deal with such a situation. But anyway, thanks again for watching, man. We appreciate it.
So, Furball, I need you to reply to me and say if I can say that on the show. But I'll let you know here in a minute. Or you reply and I'll read it out if you're cool with it. But we have just about 18 minutes. I can't math.
That was sad. That looked like a train wreck happening, and I couldn't look away from it, but I felt internally sad about it.
So, Glug the Second says, guy on the right would definitely bang. That's you, bruh.
Wait.
Thanks, man. I would bang.
Who's right?
You? I don't know.
The view's right. So he's on the right, technically.
It's the
Because I'm behind you. I'm
it's
looking.
Well, you're in the middle. You're in the middle.
Right.
No, I'm on the wall behind you. I'm looking
yeah, but you're in the middle. I'm on the left. He's on the right.
Right.
Anyway, thank you. I'd bang you too, dude.
Glug this.
Maybe, I don't know. How much money you got?
Are you into people named Glug?
How much you got, buddy? For the right price, I'll take
There's
it.
only like one type of person who would have the name Glug.
a caveman?
Dude.
Oh, I was thinking like a soft drink. But
It's like Slurm.
So Rajashilo says your shirt really brings out your eyes.
Thank you.
Oh wow.
We're getting all sentimental in this.
Gray eyes. No,
so hey Josh, your shirt brings out your eyes, man.
Oh.
Just wanted you to know.
I don't know how to take that.
Yeah, that's not.
I'm trying to spread the love, guys. Come on.
You're spreading it
I'm
too
sorry.
deep, man. It's too
Tim.
deep.
Yeah, what up?
Your eyes really bring out your shirt.
They do, Tim. They really do.
My brown eyes and my
your
blue
eyes
shirt.
make your shirt.
You chose a good pair of eyes to wear with that shirt.
Exactly. Those colored contacts, man, with your glasses.
With my glasses. I have really, really, really bad vision.
They said
I wear
LASIK
contacts
is
with
just,
my glasses.
There's not enough LASIK to fix that
No.
broken thing.
He's got like the contacts and the glasses, and then there's like an apparatus that is live, like performing laser eye surgery on him every
just
second.
to keep his vision functioning. That reminds me of that one scene in what is it? What's that game?
Dead Space.
Exactly. You knew exactly what I was talking about, man. When they drill into the freaking dude's eye. Oh my!
Which game? Which movie?
In Dead Space, there's
in Dead Space. Oh boy.
There's like this. You have to go into this machine, and somehow they're like trying to tap into his brain, and it's literally this needle, and it's just slowly coming down towards his eye, and you have to like move it, and his eyes are like moving all over the place, and it's just getting closer. And if you mess it up, it just jams into his skull. It's just like drilling his freaking brain out. It was amazing.
Oh man,
so good.
All right, so the news that Furball has, he says that his news is that he signed an NDA yesterday, and he will be the main voice in a game.
Oh,
so
that's
he has that going
awesome.
for him, and no contracts have been signed yet, but he's
everything
on the books. He said that he signed an NDA, so he can't disclose.
No.
Oh my god.
Don't
even
go against the man.
Furball,
F
don't
the man.
bring us up just to bring us back down.
It's all a power play.
Well, I gotta say, Furball, super duper congratulations, man.
Yeah,
that's super exciting.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yes.
You have a voice that people want other people to hear. I can't wait till someday that never happens for us because we have shitty voices.
Oh yeah.
I can't be social like sounding super
You
sexy.
probably haven't ever heard him, but he has the voice of like
Morgan Freeman.
Like Morgan
from the
Freeman
UK.
if he was English.
Yeah, exactly.
There's one thing I would think of when I hear English Morgan Freeman. It's a guy who goes by Devious Furball.
Exactly.
Exactly.
See?
You're
It's just
absolutely
spot
correct.
on, man.
and he also does a really good Batman, and he actually does a pretty good Joker voice too.
Does he?
It sounds a little bit like Mark Hamill's. Yeah.
Is it? I was about to say,
it's pretty legit.
Who's he going for?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Speaking
Mark
of
Hamill
Mark Hamill,
really
I'm
kills
super
this Joker.
excited for
he
the
does.
Killing Joke animated. They're making an animated
I heard that's going to be
Wait, what?
brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know the Killing Joke, right? Yes? No? Talking to you.
Oh,
Josh.
me. I'm sorry. I couldn't
What
tell because I
was
can't see
happening?
you guys. Yeah, actually, I read The Killing Joke after everyone has like hyped it up so much.
Mm-hmm.
I read it and my first thought was like, that was fantastic. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah. But
I was supposed to read it, and then when I walked outside, it would be like the world had forever been altered.
you'd never be the same.
Yeah, but no, that was not what happened.
Well, I gotta have more hope for the animated movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love Mark Hamill's Joker. And
Yeah.
whoever
Isn't
I
he
never
doing Joker
can-
again?
Yeah, he did the Joker in Arkham Knight, and then he's doing it for the Killing Joke. And there's some I cannot.
Doesn't Arkham Knight start with the Joker dying or something, or being
Yeah,
dead?
but the Joker's really heavy in that game. Actually,
No
surprisingly.
spoilers. No spoilers.
That's-
I didn't.
Well, see,
I didn't
what-
say why or how.
I know, but I don't want spoilers. So shut up.
What happened? What happened was they were like, we need to get the Joker out of the way of the other awesome Batman villains, but we have to keep the Joker in the way of the other Batman villains.
Well, just because the Joker's amazing, he just has such.
Did Mark
It's such
Hamill
a
do the
weird-
voice for him
Yes,
in
yeah.
Arkham Knight?
Oh my God!
Did
yeah,
he?
so
Okay.
good.
Because I
In
know
all the Arkham games, I think.
Troy Baker
Kevin
did
Conroy.
He did it in.
He did it
Origins.
in Origins,
Yeah.
and he was
Oh,
really
really?
good.
He
in
did a
that.
good job. Yeah,
I love Troy
Oh.
Baker.
but I hated
I-
that guy as Batman. Whoever did it.
I
Wait,
love
wasn't
Troy
Kevin
Baker.
Conroy in Origins?
No, it's someone else. That's who his name. Kevin Conroy. He does an amazing Batman.
Does he?
When I think of
Yeah,
Batman,
well, he
it's Kevin
did.
Conroy.
He was Batman in Batman the Animated Series.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I associate him
Oh.
with Batman. But some other guy did it in the Origins, and I just
Yeah.
did not like it at all.
So there was actually in the Batman movie, what's it? Batman Year One, which was adapted from an awesome book. It's animated, but the guy who does the voice acting for Commissioner Gordon is oh my God, what's his name? From Breaking Bad.
The guy who
The
does
main
Walter
guy?
White, or
Yeah, the guy who plays Walter White.
Oh my God,
I
what
can't
is
remember
his
his
name?
name.
I'm so terrible at that. Oh my God.
But
it's gonna
yeah,
bug me.
it's him.
Brian
really-
Cranston.
Bryan Cranston, yes.
Yeah,
I
there you
really want him to actually play
Cranberries.
Gordon in Batman versus Superman.
As who? Gordon?
Yeah, I think
That would be really good. And
'Cause,
I
the
also
Batman-
think. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Batman Year One. I mean, like, it's a Batman thing, but it's really more about Commissioner or Inspector, I think at the time, Gordon.
uh-huh.
And so you get to learn that Bryan Cranston is a fantastic voice actor, because that movie is arguably the best animated
I
Batman.
mean, he's a good actor, so
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
really-
it's funny
now that
though.
I think
Good
about it, he
actors
could do
don't
great.
always translate to good voice actors.
P-Dink.
Look at Peter Dinklage. Blah.
That was terrible.
That
The
wizard
wizard
came from the
We
moon.
both went to that.
And I know that's bad writing, but for God's sake, at least put some emphasis into it.
Pretend like you were actually that character.
I don't know.
Now, go ahead.
I think it would be cool if they went a little like if they went a little into like internet jokes or whatever and had him saying like, look out for that giant enemy crab.
That would
Oh
be
my
so
gosh.
good. Hit its weak spot for massive damage. Oh man,
That
that'd be
joke
awesome.
did massive damage on the humor
Yes.
parts of my brain.
Oh yeah.
Now all I can think about is Bryan Cranston as Commissioner Gordon. I feel like it would be so good, and I really
I think he would be pretty
um,
awesome.
I was picturing Peter Dinklage just coming through.
Oh my God, that would be insane.
That Batman came from the moon.
Who's a person I think would do a great Joker too is the guy who played Green Goblin in the Spider-Man
Oh.
movies. What is his William Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe, yeah.
He's almost got the facial structure of the animated Joker, you know, with like the real pointy jaw, and like
yeah.
he looks like
And he'd
the
have
Joker
that
from the
laugh
comics. Exactly.
because he can do a crazy guy really
like I've
well.
seen a lot of like pictures of him where they put like Joker makeup on him, and it looks just amazing.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll show you later, Tim. I think I downloaded
I,
like one of the pictures. It looks really good.
Yeah. I have to wonder though if when they go for actors to play these roles, like look at when they did Amazing Spider-Man, and they went for what's his name, Andrew Garfield, I think,
as Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they try to go for people who haven't been in a lot of superhero related stuff. And I say this because that's why I don't think we're likely to ever see Willem Dafoe as the Joker. Just that he was in the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, which I would say is, by the way, the best live-action Spider-Man movie.
The first one, I think, was one of the best. Yeah, it just started getting steadily worse. And then when they made Venom, that like weird kid from that '70s show, it just ruined it. Because Venom is supposed to be this like massive beast, and it's just like this little sad kid. Yeah, I'm gonna be Venom right now. It's like no, get away from me. But Green Goblin, I feel like it's already so close to the Joker, just in his like that weird, like creepy style he had. I feel like it wouldn't be that difficult for him to just try to be the Joker.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I'm not feeling the whole Jared Leto thing. I'm not feeling it at all.
I'm willing to wait and see, because it's also not gonna be like it's a Suicide Squad story. So to a degree, I think it's all right if they lean a little more towards this like punk rock aesthetic. Because I mean, Suicide Squad is about like ridiculousness and like kind of darkly comic fun, and I think that Jared Leto could could fit into that.
Well, from the trailer, what I've seen, everybody else looks really good. It's just when I saw that like last ending
Harley
bit with
really
him,
cool.
Yes, she does. And when I just saw the little bit of the ending, where the ending of the trailer was his part, he just didn't. It didn't feel like he was really in that role to me. It didn't feel like he was bringing anything to that character. It almost felt like it was forced.
Yeah.
But then again, you really only see a teeny tiny little bit of him at the very end of the trailer.
Right.
So maybe if I saw a little more, I'd feel more like he's really, embodying that role. But from what I saw, it just didn't feel like it.
So let me interrupt real quick. Bill the Dill Nye 36 says hi.
That's a pretty sweet name.
That is a pretty sweet name. So hi, Bill the Dill Nye.
Hey, speaking of Bill Nye, I started having my nephew watch Bill Nye, and it was like a week ago. It was the very first episode, which I did not know it was Disney made Bill Nye. Did you know that?
I thought it was on PBS.
No, it's Disney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like blew me away. But it was really awesome because like a week after we watched the first episode, he goes up to my sister and he goes, "We live on the Earth's crust," and I was like, "Yeah,
it's working!" Bill Nye is awesome.
He was only 4, and I was like, "This is amazing." It's penetrating him in his mind. And
Bill the Dill Nye says, "George, I know it's a sweet name. Thanks for telling me that, but I already knew it, sir."
Oh, there you go, twice. Hey, well done, well done.
I just knocked my.
Yeah, so it's working, man. I'm excited.
May I reply to a question from the chat?
Oh, please do. Yeah, go for it.
Devious Furball said, "Josh, what would be your dream game to score?" So I've done music for games before. So far, none of the games that I've scored have been released. So
well, that's probably
it's not amazing, but I have some
awesome,
truth in it. But honestly, I really like playing around with them. I mean, I love chiptunes, but I've got a synthesizer. I love playing around with like synthesizer sounds. I would go ape if someone said like, "Hey, could you make kind of synth heavy music for like a game set in space?" That
No Man's Sky.
Mess around with synths. Yeah, No Man's Sky. Yes, that is the
with music by Josh Zimmerman.
That would be solid. I would be very.
This
happy.
show would be a lot more popular.
If we can shift the conversation, No Man's Sky looks absolutely amazing.
Yes! Oh my god, I just gush over this game.
I got to tell you though, you got a compliment in chat.
Oh,
Bill the Dill Nye says, "George, I like your facial hair."
Thank you, man.
I got to shout that out. Now back to the your regular scheduled
No Man's Sky
fangirling over No Man's Sky.
I couldn't read his name because it's white. Oh, Bill the Dill Nye. I make a lot of different stuff. I make chiptunes. I've made more just typical electronic stuff using computer programs like FL Studio. I make acoustic music. I'm actually here's the big announcement. I'm setting up another Bandcamp for an acoustic album I'm working on with just me and my ukulele.
Wow.
Um,
Get it, Josh.
Very nice.
I try to make music in a lot of different styles. It's the best way to learn how to make music in a lot of different styles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, send me the link whenever you have that set up, and we'll share it around.
Oh, nice. That'd be so rad.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, you're amazing, so we got to share it up.
We love you.
You guys are really amazing.
Oh, God, you're so sweet, Josh. Anyway, No Man's Sky, though.
Wait.
Come on.
Wait.
Gonna be amazing.
Did Bill the Dill Nye just die?
They posted a link without permission. My bot was like, "Nope, shutting it down."
Not today.
He's gonna repo.
Sorry, Bill the Dill Nye. You gotta ask. You gotta be part of the chat for quite some time to be able to post links. I apologize.
The robots.
It's so that we don't get
down.
spam,
But
because we get
I was
spam
gonna
a
say
lot.
the thing about No Man's Sky that I find so amazing is that that is to me like a dream genre.
Everything that it should be, it seems to have, and I cannot handle it.
If it looks too good to be true.
Yeah, that's the only concern is that you're gonna get it,
You're a
and
pessimist,
then it's gonna be
though.
like, actually, there's only 6 worlds.
But see, here's the
But
thing,
you
man.
can prestige
Yeah.
on all 6.
All right, but here's
And
the
on
thing,
the
man.
bus.
You gotta admit though, it's super ambitious.
Oh
Yeah.
Have you
I'm
guys heard-
excited about it. You know I am. You know I'm stoked. You know we're both buying that same day that it comes out. Game day is on.
The day that it comes out, I'm buying a PS4.
Hey, if you do, you can
That's
join
a console
us.
seller, man.
Yeah, man, you can join us, and we'll try to link up some year.
Exactly.
So it's funny.
Before the sun burns out.
I remember seeing something about how there would not be any way for players to communicate with each other
Until they link up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because the impression I got was that they just completely cut that, they cut that out entirely.
Well, even so, you could still just
private
have a
chat.
from
Yeah.
private chat.
Right. Oh, because what I was picturing, you suggesting, was like we all hop on chat and then we get to chronicle us exploring the galaxy trying to find each other.
No, Tim and I have already discussed the second we started up, we're just gonna get our ships and just straight towards each other till
Yep.
somehow
We're gonna plot it out.
When does the game come out?
Nobody
end of this
knows.
year, I
They
think.
say it's supposed
Yeah.
to be.
Oh, end of this year?
That's what they
said
say.
it's supposed to be this year.
Oh,
but
nice,
It hasn't been
'cause,
set in stone yet.
I don't
So
know.
we're waiting to
I'm
see.
planning to save up some money to get a PS4 because like I said before, I love Nintendo, but Bloodborne, Arkham Knight, No Man's Sky,
There's a lot of good games coming out.
Metal
for
Gear
it.
Solid 5,
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, for sure.
The Last of Us remastered.
Oh,
That
yeah, I've
is
got
one
that
of
on my
top
PS4.
I have the
all-favorite
PS3.
games.
I have a PS3, and I only recently beat The Last of Us, and then I was never happy for the rest of my life.
Dude, that was one of the most emotional game experiences I've had in a long time.
Have you played Telltale's Walking Dead?
I almost
season
beat
1?
the first season or whatever it is, but I didn't get amazing as well. But The Last of Us was just so gripping, and every second of that story was just so rich and just beautifully told, and it looked stunning too.
Oh,
On
yeah, no,
PS3 it was just blown
the
away.
The PS3 one, even now,
Yeah.
looks really good.
Yeah. It was one of the best looking console games that had come out.
Yeah, I recommend that game to
I mean,
everyone,
it's
'cause
still.
it was just-
I mean, the PS3 version still looks better than some of the stuff that's coming out on Xbox One and PS4. So
The reason it looks so good was that when Naughty Dog put it together, it was like they lovingly crafted every
Oh, yeah.
single thing you walk into. There's just the sheer amount of unique 3D assets in that game is mind blowing.
Oh yeah, they went above and beyond. That's
Yeah,
the
for
kind
sure.
of passion that excites me about games.
yeah,
Is just when
Yeah,
they care so much about something, and it was just like you said, just masterfully done. Just every bit of it was perfect, and God, it was just so stunning.
Yeah, and the coolest thing about that, I think, is that I've always thought that in a lot of ways, the mark of a really good game is in how much stuff the developers are willing to let you miss. Because if you just went like straight
Yeah, like
on
ran through
a typical
everything.
path through The Last of Us, you would miss so much like world building, backstory, interactions
Oh
between
my gosh, little bits of
Joel and Ellie.
notes and stuff.
And I I love that it's very immersive because what it basically means is, oh, if you want to build out, like if you want to flesh out the relationship between Joel and Ellie, you have to dawdle, like take your time, basically be around the character.
Yeah, the banter just
get to know them
you
better.
can hear just from doing nothing, just like walking around and just exploring the environment can start up a whole conversation between them that you would never get to hear if you didn't put in the time.
Yeah, it reminded me of just gonna steer the conversation back to my favorite game, but it reminded me of Metroid Prime, how you could like find bits of lore that would flesh out the backstory and
Right.
about both like your like the past of the planet you're on and your enemies and like their experiments, and it is all like incredibly interesting, incredibly well written. The game never forces you to like learn it.
Yeah, that's
Ever.
one
You
thing
don't-
that
you
kinda,
don't have to.
yeah, that's one
It's
thing that
just
kind of
there
let me
if you
down.
want it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
No,
keep it.
no, go ahead. That's one thing that really let me down about Destiny, is that Destiny has such a rich backstory to everything, except you just have to dig really deep to try to get any of that information.
They say
and it
that
bothers me.
they say the Taken King is going to fix that. Apparently, the ghost, since they're reincorporating it, is going to be able to give you lore bits or something like that.
Just
So
because
apparently they're
if you-
integrating it.
Like if you go to the Grimoire card and like go online and do all that madness, there is just so much rich story and lore in that game that it's just like, why would they not put that in there? Like, why do you have to dig so deep to get all that information?
Right.
It's really sad. It really takes away from the game experience. If they would just tell you that stuff as you were going through, it would just be like, it would just blow me away. But they just really missed the ball on that, trying to have it a separate little thing.
You know, I also when I looked at Destiny, I thought it was a bit of a downer that, you know, I get that graphics are not the most important thing, but when I watched the trailer, and not like the live action trailers, but you know the trailers that looked like they've used in-game footage, it looks so much better, I think, than the game
Yeah.
actually does. And I mean that's a pretty big issue. You know, it wasn't as huge as like what happened with Watch Dogs.
yeah,
Oh my god, yeah.
that's a nightmare.
So like Destiny still looks I think pretty good because the art direction is solid. But I don't know. You know, it's a game that just doesn't seem interesting. Like it. I mean, tons and tons of money and a lot of talent because it was made by people who made Halo, right?
Yeah, Bungie, yeah.
Yeah, like tons of money, tons of talent, but just it didn't pan out. I don't know.
they dropped the ball really bad on it.
I think it was because they were so devoted to making it this like modern game with all these like integrated online features or whatever.
Oh yeah,
That
Yeah.
that they didn't focus on building up the gameplay because like Halo's gameplay they pretty much nailed by Halo 2,
Yeah.
and then Halo Reach they just added Sprint, which you know made it like 10 times better.
Oh, Sprint is... that's funny, because I was literally just playing Halo Combat Evolved that Tim has for the Collector's Edition or whatever.
Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, and I was like having a hard time not clicking the left thumbstick in to try to sprint. I was like, oh god, why can I not run? Because it just totally changes the pacing for everything, not having the ability to sprint. I didn't realize
Whoa.
how much I enjoyed it.
Hey guys, quick interesting factoid. Bill the Dill Nye, I did. Am I allowed to say what he
I
wrote?
would rather you not.
Okay.
I'm giving them a warning if they keep it up because they're trying to troll pretty hard and failing miserably. So
Well, I'm just gonna say that I didn't know that mystery fact.
I'm pretty sure it's not a fact.
Hopefully it's not an actual fact. Sorry to draw attention.
No
to it.
worries.
I really
no worries.
hate that I can't see what's happening. I want to know so bad.
I'll tell you after
It's
the show.
just eating
All right, so we actually are at our time limit for the show. So we're gonna wrap it up. I would like to give a huge, massive thanks to Mr. Josh Zimmerman. He's
Thank
that
you
dude
so
right
much, Josh.
there.
The Josh God
Please.
in the roof.
Please,
I return the thanks to you.
please come back and visit us sometime. We would love to have you on the show again.
A lot of fun,
I mean,
man.
it was a pretty short walk all the way to this room.
We hope we didn't abuse you too bad.
Oh
That's
no,
all part of the fun.
dude. I mean, like I joined a fraternity. This is nothing. It was the Jewish fraternity.
Oh.
So there wasn't really any hazing there.
Oh well,
They were very civil.
they're not supposed to haze anymore.
No, man, it's encouraged.
That's all
haze
part of
forever.
That's how you know you really got in. Is when they beat you with clubs and you survive.
But the other thing, and I brought this up. I wanted to bring this up earlier, is that thank you, Bill the Dill. I also like my glasses. But before we go, earlier when we were talking about like how you have your new fancy game console and now you can prestige everywhere. And I imagine this world in which, like you go to work and your boss is like, "Oh, Tim, how many times do you prestige on the bus?" And you're like, "1," and he goes,
you get a raise.
Hardly enough. Go to the break room. You're on unpaid prestige, right? You go on the train, and the guy on the train is like, "Can I see your Nintendo NX to check how many times you prestige?" And they
You get, like,
scan
bonus
it, and
coupons and stuff.
You lose like 2 of the little prestige stars, and then
You get discounts on restaurants for prestiging 7 times. Thanks for the follow, whoever followed.
Yeah,
you,
that
by
was
the way.
that was Procrastinator Fabulous. Thank you very much for the follow. We appreciate it.
new society, a hierarchical structure based on how many times you've
Exactly.
prestiged.
They have like an underground basement where they beat the people who don't prestige fast enough. You'll prestige
And,
next
and
time,
then
won't you, boy?
The prestiging is like dollars, and then little cassette tapes with recordings of you saying 420 no scope blaze it are like cents.
Oh my gosh. I don't want to live in that world. I'll leave. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, the trolls are out in force tonight. That's horrible.
Bring it.
But
keep the trolling.
that's-
God, I'll
that's
eat it
why
for
we're wrapping it up
breakfast 'cause
tonight.
I'm a huge bastard.
All right. So again, thank you, Josh, for joining us. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
You have just released a new album called Interstellar Pen Pals. It's available on joshzimmerman1.bandcamp.com. How is it? The number, not the word.
Josh Zimmerman 1, the number, not the word.
There you go. Check it out.
It's going to be a thing. Maybe.
Make it a thing.
Huge, man. Huge.
Make it happen.
Like
Hope
me.
so.
Super huge.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. We're gonna go ahead and call it quits. If for those of you who Josh, feel free to stick around after the show. We'll talk and wrap up. But
The after
We're literally
hours.
gonna
yes.
wrap.
Yeah,
That's when the real show starts.
you know it, and it's the private show that no one else gets to see. Mm.
Trolls.
Trolls.
Stupid trolls.
So, yeah, thank you all very much. Those of you on Twitch, thanks so much for hanging out and all
You
your
too,
questions.
trolls, thank you.
And trolls, we appreciate
Watch,
you.
please.
And thank you so much for hanging out. We had a great time with everybody. And if you had fun, just hit follow. It'll let you know next time we go live. I do streaming throughout the week of various games. Dirty Bomb.
Oh,
I'll be
wait,
playing
really?
Master Chief
Hold on.
Collection. What's that?
If you didn't like the show, please follow anyway, but just don't watch. Still hit the follow, but don't watch next time because we just need your follows and we don't need you to actually be there. Thank you.
Hey,
man.
thank you very much
Thanks
for the
following
follow.
Anyway, he's not going to watch now. See, it worked.
It's reverse psychology.
Exactly. Don't watch.
Oh, that
Follow.
was Josh. Josh
Oh,
followed.
Josh!
Man,
Dang
stuff's
it,
not good
man!
as me.
I'm just kidding. Thank you for following anyway.
So, once again, thank you very much for everything, Josh. We appreciate it, and
Thanks
we had a
for
great
releasing
time.
your new album on our show.
It's always fun
live.
to come on here
I
and
know.
talk about prestiging.
Yeah, we should talk about prestiging for hours.
Do you guys know that I prestiged during
Oh
this
my
show?
gosh, his EP is just huge. Man.
I didn't even.
Victory.
the biggest
what?
prestige peen.
Oh man.
Ridiculous.
All right. So
Troller's gonna troll.
that they are. So once again, thank you very much from Insert Coin Theater. We will see you guys next week, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Mondays. Otherwise, you'll see me in stream. Please feel free to come hang out. We can talk games. We can talk philosophy. You can troll me. I'll just hit the little band button because that's how I roll.
The band hammer.
I always keep my band hammer handy.
Oh.
You
The band hammer's strong
have
with
like
this
a
one.
hammer that you use to hit the button.
Like a little squeaky one. Squeaky,
No,
A
like
gavel.
sledgehammer. You bring in a new keyboard every time, a new mouse.
You just bring out MC Hammer.
Most expensive shtick ever.
Or you just have Gallagher come in with a sledgehammer and smash a watermelon.
As long as it's not a mechanical keyboard.
Gallagher's just like, smash time! Just,
band hammer.
Or what was it? The thing that Wreck-It Ralph, he'd be like, I'm a Wreck-It!
yeah, exactly. Oh, that'd be amazing.
Gallagher comes in. I'm a Wreck-It.
Or it just has Wreck-It Ralph's voice saying that right before they get banned. That'd be amazing. I'm gonna ban it! Bink! Shut them down.
All right, y'all. So thank you very much, and we will see you next week.
Yep.
So long.
Troller's gonna troll.
Troller's gonna troll.